Tank Lip. On some 3 for the price of 1. Uncharged, charged up charger. Drizzy, remember when you would ask how I got this life? When I was in darkness, then I spat at light. Now everyone asking how I got his wife. Knew I was bad, but a different spine. Not a shot at Pharaoh or at Pharaoh's mic. Tank 2 3 for 1 price, guess my arrow's nice. Diddy was a side chick, and UNOVO was a side dick. He cared more about twin mills, that's 2 million views without a care about how many disliked it. She was an Afghan with a tight clit, plus knew she liked lip. Soldiers spy, blaspheme, and make a wife snitch. She had a price, bigger desires for fame surpassed what she would let pass. She said they ice lip, but you know I made eyes scream, that's a dilated wife beat. And if they want Tank's top, then I like beef. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, our news boring hoes. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, our news boring hoes. What up, Drizzy? Daylyt saying the industry a sidekick, but his wife is saying she's into me. 1 price for 3, then what Maria Ahadi gotta do with me? She wasn't raised out in Brooklyn, but I rep for Queens. Been doing it well, but it ain't hard to tell when Day stepped to me. Day trying to rep his weight on the back of Drake. Day had 39K to those following Drake's 20 million tweets. Mill had the energy, but he gone weak. So I took Marie and Nikki and did the menage. In that moment for life, I was like 6 gods while they lipped cock. So it's a funny thing they want lip gone, or for lip not to speak. Uncanny, they were paid tons, manning to unman me, just to get me charged up. First iced tea, cold like 6 degrees, but couldn't separate. Strong-willed, so when my soul went to levitate, I knew it was cold, but I'm past cold, so my heart meditates. Like I'm better than Drake. I was below freezing, these hoes meek. If I said it, I mean it. Men are from Mars, I left Earth with bars before y'all were born. Y'all just Venus, trying to intercept, but the problem with trolls, they play both teams. Drake thought he had the juice next weekday with Meek, playing Puss Boots and shook shoes, that's cold feet. Broke clues like pawns in the quest for a king. Y'all put cops on, but this war, no draw, someone gets beat. If it's beef, then why would 6 gods be scared to live to speak? If no one told me but my 6 cents, and the truth shall set you free, and it's truth we seek. I can't speak for Mill, though I know he meek, but it ain't snitching then if I speak my truth. That's what I own. You just guilty consciences, and now y'all screaming what cops told. Where I'm from, you better walk if you can't back up what you talk. Cause we defeat feet, and what's the point of getting charged up if your bars suck on hot beats? That's like what's chalk if you beat a weak meat that got nothing to stand on in weak knees. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, our news boring hoes. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, our news boring hoes. This for the king of New York, fuck Canada. Don't think you want a battle, bud, you get smoked, no cannabis. You can't handle bars, time to dismantle y'all, no metronome. Plug in the pieces like Tetris, you need a tetanus shot. I've been gloating, y'all don't wanna uncover nothing. Trust me, I've been going. That's a trap house, y'all been going, but don't wanna smile when the camera's on, that's goat cheese. I smoke G's, nuclear shit. Nuke your ears, you don't want them molecules. I got a lot of jewels in the nucleus. Epic center, every line I spit epic. Y'all just me. In other words, to every word I spit, y'all weak. Y'all G's, but don't wanna share a slice. You act hard, but I see through the plot, that's Swiss beats. You been beat, I'm charged up, I've been sweet. Sugar on the candy, that's sold to the diabetes. You dying needy, time ticks in desperate moments. You want death through the omen, that's a dead end, catch 22. Extend what's been short, blasting funny clues. All for money, you bins on me, I've been mummy. Patient for the time to wrath sins. Hunting, my goodwill is Matt Damon. If Robin Williams dead, then who's Ben? I'm straight A's, flex, flat. I'm the same dude that wasted day. Who next? Take dudes next. And well, let's keep one blank. The devil always shows his face, 'cause what's the point of hits if you can't vent? So I chant tracks, amp in fact, like loudspeakers. The echoes heard around the world like some loudspeakers. I'm a loudspeaker, cause real truth even touched the ignorant. I've been stuck, thought I was fucked, but I busted the ignorance. Now everyone wanna listen. Grown up spit the evolution from meek children that now teach wisdom. Preach gifts, y'all just reaching bitchness. Withstand time, no bros, you froze. Now I return to innocence. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, I news pouring hoes. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, I news pouring hoes. And scared of the consequence, wanna bleep auditoriums. This chant Gregorian, but I rob her like Miles just to drain from my children. We were supposed to all be on the same team, but more money, more problems, yet money ain't a thing. So I stick to the plan while y'all try to break free. I was the biggest slave, but found the way to escape. Act like you know, but y'all just fake until you made. I was chosen and how to act like I ain't. For the evil of the world, everyone want a slice of that cake. They wanna take the ice in two and eat everything, maybe that's why everything ate. Chewed up and spit out, now you stuck. I'm a loose nut with some deadly cannons. Everything you push is a Pandora box, but I've been focused on blasting. Y'all can plead the fifth all the way to Alaskan, but ants crawl, my Arctic past 6. So no God you got can get past this. I stand for good, y'all can have sin. Jesus Christ, have you ever seen anyone this passionate? Y'all, the front man was disastrous until you knew you had lip. Now watch them all run for cover, abandoning shit, just so Tank don't crack whips. In the midst of the catalyst, they warned of the apocalypse. That'd be catastrophic. Thought they could hack Tank, paralyze him like catatonic. But this cat drinks tonic. Topics, I ain't scared to speak, so when I speak I profit. L.I. large intelligence. No E that spells lies. In my cloth I can separate in degrees. Hell from the 6 gods you trying to free. And a relation of a sick pod you thought was a space demonstration. Is Nas and all Medusa just another slave to Nassau? I dug in hacksaws, casting whack jaws into black bars. One hole, finish 2 birds, what stone? Leave nothing unturned and watch one germ blossom. Alf was on first, that's Monday nights if you wanna be raw. But I ain't no wannabe, I just wanna be. Stinging killer types for honor, swords is spelling B. Is honor roll, but the butter done flavored. One savior, large galaxies, you bent. Bars, truth to the fallacies. Jedi found in a Star Wars, who's the boss and who's lost? If who's on first, 3 goons, stooges when 3 moons tune into the sun. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, I news pouring hoes. Cool story, bro. Yesterday's news, I news pouring hoes. I ain't a snitch, I just know how to interpret. Analyze this, you know the dude that gave you purpose. 24 tracks, double disc, now I'm far from worthless. You thought I was a porpoise when you try to pop shells. But my purpose through the darkness of hell, I'm a marksman, wordsmith, with a sword sharper than shark's teeth. Y'all snitch, that's what sparked beef. I got strong skin through these dark streets. I'm part heat before hours from Miami. Ozone, y'all spit double eyes, but I won't give time to that double life. Fool me once, but what a shame if you fool me twice. Why put double time into anything sublime? Your crimes I didn't commit. You're the biggest sin. Thought I was the sickest kid that wouldn't figure shit. But now you get marked out by the sickest scripts, the types that villains flip. Except I stand for good. You could knock, but they say empty water before wood in my hood. The streets been tuned. I got armies that been gooned, an Air Force that been sky. So when I walk up and you can't touch me, you could think it's divine, and it is. But the plan was always to finish the crime. Yes, I does surveillance. Did you really think a man as vain couldn't Tom Cruise the impossible? Your swords are choppable. Word, my eyes been wide, far from shut. You can try to shock my consciousness, turn me into a retarded kid. But my most uncanny nature is honestness, while the masses talk dishonest. So I had to diss bomb Smiths and hack y'all circus. After all, ain't y'all trying to hack my circuits? That key been thrown. For where money been thrown and your virtue, it's been known. You're cursed that your late nights needed curfew. Trying to give the stages hype, stage fright, like a thin purse that can't afford Nikes. But my New Balance is far from dizzy. You flash and shines, but my bars is grisly. You get bear hugged when I tear rugs, like a carpet at a juicy pussy. And fuck any bitch trying to push me. I can't be pressed. How often does the defending champ lose? Seldom. Why Dark Agent held him? Were you pressing hard for skeletons? I simply don't die. Yeah, your earnest is still dry. So this camp meets Los Angeles. This Van Dam meets the boss of candles lit. More than 16 because your ambitions are sickening. And war like you lit peace to frontline battles. Thought I was benign, but you strike my cancerous animal rabbit spit rattles. You thought you worked my nerve, and you did, but my toe tattled. And I guess I love sex when I poke camels. The light a drag off a Marlboro. I rep for Queens, but when I levitate, I'm far from boroughs. You groundhogs, but I run space. Your thoughts vague, but my mind's already got its mark made. Parlay, you could bet on it. Dual bars and fewer rockets. Now there's few who's knocking. Guess death's door scared all the goons from shopping. Don't want it with Tank Lip. It's beef. Shit's hectic.